falling off. A lot of video games made today are nowhere near as good as they were back in the day when the companies actually cared about making video games. No game has a lot of replay value in my opinion.
領域展開
Yo, what's good everybody? Welcome back to another video, right? But this one a little bit different. This one is actually a bit of a rant video because I want to talk about gaming nowadays, gaming in 2024, and I have some notes here, but I want to talk about why gaming is down bad. Like it's really terrible right now. So of course I have a few reasons. You feel me? I'm gonna go and read out my phone. Yeah, by the way, you feel me? Check out the case, you feel me? Shout out to Drew. You feel me? Hey Drew, if you're watching this thing do go crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. But anyway, I have a couple of reasons, and you guys feel free to like, comment, subscribe, you feel me? Hit the notification bell for more. But one of the things that has really been pissing me off about gaming is that gaming nowadays expects you to pay to play the rest of the game. Like why? Like why is it that you pay almost $70 if you have a PS5? Specifically for my PlayStation 5 people, right? If you have a PS5 and you buy, let's say you buy Spider-Man 2 or Call of Duty. I'm gonna use Call of Duty. You buying Call of Duty is $70, right? Example. You now then have to pay $30 more for Battle Pass. Then you gotta pay for type of skins you want, or you can get the Vault version, which is like $100-something. But either way, it's a lot of motherfucking money. You feel what I'm saying? Back in the G when Call of Duty first came out, you had your deluxes and all that other stuff, but you paid that, and then yeah, you feel me? If a skin came out that you wanted, you might have bought it. But the way they doing it now, it's like you have to constantly put money into it, constantly. You feel me? Like constantly having to invest into this game just so that the lifespan could be as long as some of the other games. The only games, and in terms of my notes, the only games that I think are exceptions to these rules when it comes to paying to play and paying the battle pass and all that is Fortnite and Apex. The reason I say Fortnite and Apex is because those are the only two games of its kind that are free to download. So for example, if you've never played Fortnite, if you've never played Apex, you can get those games for free. And then essentially, you feel what I'm saying? Like if you want skins and stuff, then you would have to put some money into it, which makes, in my personal opinion, makes perfect sense. But they've also given you a lot of the content already. So because of what the game is, and because of how you play it and what's inside the game, they've already given you that part for free. But when it comes to extra characters, when it comes to different skins, things like that, you have to pay for that, which I completely understand. But also now while I do praise Apex for its free to play and then you pay for everything else, Apex also just had some type of Final Fantasy event to where basically in order for you to get everything in the event, it costs damn near $300 to $400. At least that's what I've been seeing. People saying that they have paid up to $400, which to me is kind of ridiculous. Like I get that y'all have to make y'all money, but $400 for one person is kind of insane. Reason number two, in my opinion, gaming is going further and further away from its prime. You remember back in the day, this is a little story time. Drew, I'm sorry if I'm throwing you under the bus here, but you remember back in the day when, let's say, Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 3 came out, right? Me and Drew would go to the crib, you feel me? We play that, we be on that game for hours. You feel me? They have a abundance of characters from different, timelines of the Dragon Ball Z verse. They got Broly, they got Goku in like every form, all of that, right? That game to me was prime prime game. When Saints Row first came out, that was prime. Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, Vice City 3, prime. True Crime, Streets of LA, prime. Crash, Sly Cooper, Zelda. Like, it's just so many games. Uncharted, God of War 3. It's so many games that I could name that when it came to prime, you were like banger after banger. It was like your favorite artist just kept dropping like banger after banger after banger. Nowadays it's like, this game cool, this game is alright. Or like certain games that you would play, for example, Spider-Man 1, Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2. Okay, banger, banger, banger. But what came in between all those games? Not a lot. Gotham Knights, though I like the game, it's not really, it has no replay value to me. When the last time we got a Splinter Cell game? Like, I feel like these are the questions that some need to answer. I mean, yes, we did get Elden Ring, and we got Tekken coming out the 26th. You got Zelda. You have little games versus back then it was like banger after banger after banger. Ratchet and Clank was going back to back to back. Now they did drop Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, but it was just time in between that, and games are just not as consistent as they used to be, in my personal opinion. So that's the thing. Also, Sonic games. Sonic games back then used to be heat. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, the different 2D Sonic games. The only Sonic games I really played was Adventure 2 Battle and Sonic Riders. Now that I look back at it, Sonic Riders was actually heat. Like, even Sonic Riders 2, which was Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, I think it was heat. Nobody likes 06 because of the glitches, and I get it. Nobody really likes Sonic Unleashed, which I get it. But they came out with Sonic Frontiers. Now this is a hot take. I don't want nobody to get upset. It's a hot take, I think. Sonic Frontiers is a mix between Sonic 06 and Sonic Unleashed. Yep, I said it. Sonic Frontiers takes the concept that you have to collect things to get to the next stage from Sonic Unleashed. I'm not sure Sonic 06 really did that as well. I can't really remember. But the whole free roaming part, that's Sonic 06. The whole you gotta collect things to then get to the next stage, Sonic Unleashed. You just don't have the werehog or the werewolf or whatever he was supposed to be in that game. It's like they took two aspects of the same game and threw it in one and said, here's your new Sonic game. I played it for a little bit. It wasn't my taste, but everybody has different tastes. I believe that the content inside of games are not peak anymore. They need to create new stories, new characters for us to fall in love with, and so those characters could then become iconic. When Jak and Dexter first came out, they slowly, let me not say slowly, but they became iconic. Spyro became iconic. Link became iconic. Mario became iconic. But when they were first introduced, you knew that there was something about them that would become iconic. Gaming doesn't have that now. It's a lot of remasters, rebrands, let's bring this character back, and then the character is not the same as you remember it. So now the whole feeling of the nostalgia is gone. Now I don't really want to play this game no more because you just basically whitewashed my favorite game character, like with the exception of some characters. So you got Kratos. Everybody loves the new God of War, so it's not that. Final Fantasy is on like Final Fantasy 40. Like, I'll be real with you, it's probably like 20 or 21, whatever, but it feel like 40. Like I've been seeing Final Fantasy everywhere. Y'all on like 92 or something like that. But when it comes to like Dragon Ball Z, now of course we got Sparking Zero coming, right? I would hope that Sparking Zero has the same amount of characters or more that they had in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. to me, I think if I remember correctly, that was the biggest and most full roster that a Dragon Ball Z game had. And then y'all went to Raging Blast 2, I think, and then y'all gave us Xenoverse, and then Xenoverse 2. And then y'all gave us Fighters, and then Dragon Ball Breaker. Listen, I don't know who be in the stew with y'all when y'all doing these types of games, making these types of games. And some of these games are fun to some people, because I have seen some of my favorite creators, Rhyme Style, Dr. Adoya, C-Reacts, Afro, I've seen people play these games, but then they always go back to the game they was playing previously, like Fighters, or now a lot of the big trendy things is, okay, let's go play Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 3 because Sparking Zero was coming whenever. But games like the Avengers, y'all could have did better. Like, it came after Spider-Man PS4. Y'all definitely could have did better with that. And like, I think that y'all need to do like a Willy Wonka method. Like, have people sign up for a sweepstake. They come play the full game, or at least half the game or something. That way they can give you like a spoiler-free review, so they can promote your game. Pick 7 people, I don't know, do something like that. But when y'all don't have people to promote your game, because you have some people that are just want to promote your game and give it positive feedback, but y'all need people, y'all right there, the devs, and I hope that it's any one of the devs watching, y'all need people to tell y'all, hey, this game is trash, this game is boo-boo, this game not good. Y'all need people to tell y'all straight up that something is not good when it's not good. Like Suicide Squad, I don't know personally. I don't know if the game is gonna be good or not. From what I've seen, it looks like copy paste of Guardians of the Galaxy. It looks like a copy paste of Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a copy paste of Marvel Avengers. And if that's what y'all on, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Ain't nobody gonna want to play that after a month. People might play it to beat it because it's been promoted heavily, and when something's promoted heavily, you go get it just for the sake of it being promoted. For example, I'm getting Tekken because it's promo. It's promo, but also Tekken is a good game. Tekken 7 is still being played today. They still playing Tekken 7 today. Tekken 8 with new characters, new moves, new revamped styles, like they want to play something new. But y'all have to create something new for people to fall in love with. Because the characters y'all creating right now, or recreating, it's like, we've seen this before. Like, they just did a remaster of The Last of Us 2. That you have to pay for. Like, yo, bro, yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I feel like if you already owned The Last of Us 2 and you kept it on your game for however long, when the remaster come out, you shouldn't have to pay for it. Say what you want. All y'all doing is bumping up the graphics. I should not be paying for half of a game. DLC should work the same way that behind the scenes work when it comes to movies. I should get the whole movie, or in this case, I should get the whole game. And then if y'all want to throw some extra stuff in there, like, hey, we gave you the whole game, we gave you all the characters, we gave you all the moves, all the powers, we gave you all the skins. But hey, this is some stuff that didn't really make the final product, but we think that y'all would like it anyway. If you want to charge me for that, then I'm with it. I'm with that. Example, if you drop in Call of Duty and the original game didn't come with Homelander, Starlight, Skeletor, Black Noir, different people like that. And you see that The Boys getting popular. But we now have an abundance of skins already. And y'all want to say, hey, we doing The Boys event. If you want the skin, now you can pay for this. And if people choose to pay for it, then they choose to pay for it then. But $70 on top of $30, on top of a lot of the skin bundles are gun bundles and charms and different things like that. It's 2400 CP, which then equals up to about $20. And it's hell of them. Also, they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But sometimes you might need to create a whole new thing to keep things fresh. This goes back to my original point, or one of my original points is, yo, create new characters. Y'all have to create new storylines for us to fall in love with and then promote to make it iconic. It's not iconic anymore. Gaming is down bad. Now you have people who, yo, the only thing that's keeping gaming alive is competitive play. Competitive play is the only thing keeping gaming alive. Without comp, nobody will be playing as many games as they are. 2K was one of my favorite sports games ever. It's probably my favorite sports game ever. It's really the only sports game that I play. So it's my only sports game. 2K is boring. It's the same game, bro. It's the same game over and over and over again. Y'all don't add nothing new. Y'all haven't created a fucking NBA Streets in years. Y'all haven't created a NFL Streets in years, a Def Jam in years. That will go crazy today. Y'all have to create the games that people want, and then put your own little spin, your unique creative people. Now, I did say something about the remasters and things like that, but if you're creating new things, like for example, Def Jam was a highly popular game. They loved it. After a Fight for New York, y'all tried to give us Icon, and we was like, yo, this not iconic. It's trash. That whole DJ, like, that was trash, bro. That was trash. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna hold you. After Streets V3, I think y'all tried to give us Streets Home Court, which was cool, but it didn't have as many players as V3. You couldn't do certain side things that you did. Like, I think Streets V3, you could do side stuff to get to Julius Erving or get to Bonafide or get to certain people. If y'all created a Streets game now with everybody you got now, think about somebody like Kyrie Irving being in the Streets game. Prime AI. Kobe, Mike, LeBron. Think about LeBron now being in the Streets game. Y'all had Bron when he was on the Cavaliers. Think about NFL Streets. Pat Mahomes in a Streets game, he already do street-like stuff in real life. Imagine him in an NFL Streets game. I'm just saying, bro. And this is stuff I haven't really seen the community talk about, but I'm sure that there's tons and tons of videos of people talking about it exactly how I'm doing it right now. But it's one more reason, one more person or people that is the reason as to why gaming is so bad. You. The consumer, you, me, we making it bad because we are willing to accept the bare minimum when it comes to gaming. 2K come out every year. Same people buy it. I skipped maybe about 2Ks, 1 or 2. But eventually I bought it again. We complain about stuff and then we buy it. That don't help you. It don't help gaming. It doesn't improve gaming. Every single time a game come out, we complain about what's unfair about it. They patch it and now it's worse. Or now it's better for some, but it's worse for others. We can't even agree on anything. When it comes to Mortal Kombat, when it comes to Apex, when it comes to Apex, as soon as there's one legend that seems to be overpowered, y'all complain about that legend, and then they nerf it. But then they'll buff other legends that now make it unfair, and you don't play those other legends. So now people complain about that. They get nerfed and other people get buffed again. Game community got to come to some type of agreement, because we're not really agreeing on anything. If one thing that I can agree on, one thing I can say I agree on, is that I would like original stories. I would like to have the full game at launch. I would like to have better creativity. And I would like to have games that's worth the time and the money. If I'm paying $70 for a game, the game should be worth it. Not a lot of games are worth it. Like, if I'm coming to see a basketball game, right? You expect all the players to be playing, especially if you pay for some good seats. You get there, and let's say Braun not playing, or AD not playing, or they both out, and then you look on the opposing team and KD not playing and Devin Booker not playing, and they fully healthy, you're going to be pissed. It's not a hard concept to understand. If you go to your favorite burger place and they give you the buns, the lettuce, the tomato, the onions, the cheese, the mayo, the mustard, the ketchup, if you like that, and then you get it, and there ain't no burger on that motherfucker, what you gonna feel like? And then you ask them, yo, where my burger patty? And they look at you and say, oh, you gotta pay $10 more to get that.